Hey everybody, it's Grant, and today we're going to be going over how we built a 700-foot fence for $14,200. Also, we're going to show you some pro tips as well as how to make your next fencing project last for many, many years to come. We're at our Louisiana property today that you might recognize from previous videos. The videos that actually started off this channel. The first video of which was they wanted 800,000, so I offered 6, and then the follow-up to that, they took our offer and how we made $250,000 in one deal. So the first thing I want to cover with you, besides the fact that it is so bright outside that me and my shirt need sunglasses, is the fact of why would I spend $14,200 on a fence that doesn't necessarily generate income for me and the property. So reason one is gives your tenants more privacy. By giving them a private place to relax or unwind for the day, or a place to play with their pet, this will typically allow them to want to stay longer. Reason two, it gives your property more curb appeal and makes it more sought after in the rental community. Reason three, you will get more rent for a unit with a fenced-in backyard. Everyone enjoys having an outdoor space to cook and entertain with. Lastly, and most important, is safety and security. So anytime you have one way in and one way out, and especially in conjunction with cameras, you are going to lessen any chance of you having criminal activity at that location. I have been at this for now 12 years, and using these principles, knock on wood, whatever you'd like to say to not jinx this, but I have yet to have an issue for any of my tenants with any criminal activity. So your typical fence will actually last you about 15 years on average. Now, if you add proper upkeep to that fence, it'll typically last 20 years, and it can even last even longer. Now, the thing about these fences are they're going to be your normal fence that you see every single day, your base wood fence. It's going to have a wooden post as well as your standard 6-foot planks, your 6-foot boards. And also it'll have a 2-brace system. Now just keep in mind that there are several things that we can do to this type of fence to improve the life as well as the maintenance over time. So instead of the standard 4x4 wooden posts, we actually went with the aluminum posts. Now, we got extremely lucky with the lumber yards because normally they sell a 4x4 post for $20, but we luckily got them to do the metal posts for just $25, and that's only $5 more for a product that's gonna last many more years to come and have way less maintenance over time. We also went with a 3-brace system to stop the boards from bowing over time. This will keep longer beauty life of the fence and keep you from having to replace those pesky boards over time. Also, a lot of people want to build their fence all the way to the ground, and you always want to leave a little space just to where the termites or any bugs won't be able to eat your fence from inside out. Another great upgrade or preventative maintenance would be to stain or to retreat your fence every 1 to 2 years. Sure, there's going to be an added cost to this, but your property will stand above all others and look really good, especially if you're going to keep up your fence and or stain your fence, which will really give you a lot more curb appeal. By doing this, it'll also allow people to understand that you personally care and take care of your property. So if you take care of your fence, the landscaping, they know you will take care of them. The biggest issue by doing this would be in the event somebody was to damage your boards, especially if you stain, you don't want to leave a nice tan patch of wood or a old nasty piece of wood sitting right there that's beaten up and crushed. So I suggest you to keep a little stain from the job or order just a little bit more, so that way in the event this happens, you can stain and patch that area and make your fence look beautiful once again. So the biggest pro tip I can give you on any single construction property, and I've told you this in every construction video in the past, get multiple bids every single time. If you think that the time it takes you to get those bids is out of your time frame, then you are sadly mistaken, because one more bid will make that person way more competitive. 2 more bids will make them so uncertain if they will get that job. You got to realize there's only so much work out there in this actual busy everyday life. So they all want to be working as consistently and as busy as they possibly can. So by getting that bid, you will allow them to be way more competitive on their price, and that will allow you to save thousands of dollars. So for instance, on this job, we got 3 different bids, and the original bid we got was $19,000. You heard me, $19,000. But by getting these bids, the prices all came down, and we got the fence for $14,200 with all of the upgrades, all of the things that we wanted. We sacrificed nothing, and we couldn't be happier. Another huge pro tip as a landlord is going to be, if you are going to use a gate system for people to be able to get out of their backyards, make them out of metal. So by making the frame of your gate out of metal, it makes the gate way lighter, so that way when the wind blows it open or the tenant uses it every single day, the gate will not break from all of that extra wood, causing it to be a lot heavier. By doing this, I cannot tell you how many times I would save phone calls, weekend trips, or just random times where the gate completely broke off because it was made out of wood and way too heavy. This will allow you to have peace of mind and way less phone calls, and allow your gates and your fences to last the test of time, so you can rent these and do very well with them for a very long time to come. So that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoy videos like this, please demolish that like button like you just got 3 bids and saved yourself thousands. On top of that, please subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you, and especially to watch all the future content that we have coming for you. On top of that, if you wouldn't mind, hit the notification bell. It'll tell you anytime that we post. We post every Wednesday and Friday, as well as comment anything you'd like to see in future videos or anything that you really enjoyed in this video. Have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see you on the next one. Take 1, action!